What is up, ladies and gentlemen? iPod One reviewer here with some Nintendo enthusiasts. Nah, we have
Put that
a
out there.
special cast for you all today, and it's surrounding the Nintendo NX. It's going to be all Nintendo NX plus rumors of the Nintendo NX. And I guess we'll do what we normally do and have everybody introduce themselves, and then we'll get into the meat and potatoes of the cast. So um, this time, let's see, we're gonna start with Dirty. What's up, Dirty?
What's going on?
Advertise yourself.
Sorry.
What's going on, people? What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Dirty, chilling, about to do this podcast, munching on some White Castle. Let's go.
Oh, y'all need to check out Dirty's channel too. He put up a podcast last night. So be sure to check
Oh,
that out.
yeah, I
The
gotta check
old
that out.
Dirty 33. Check him out. Next, we have Dre, Mr. UHC 901.
Hey everyone, and it's Trey, aka UAC91 here. I'm here to talk about how this is. Let's get this podcast started!
That's what I like. He gets all hype.
I'm all hyped, baby. I'm hyped.
Next, we have Mr. LBoogie. Brooklyn is in the house. What is up, Brooklyn?
All day, every day. What's going on, everybody? This is your boy LBoogie, aka Games R Us HD. About to get into this podcast and Nintendo talk. Let's go.
And last but not least, we have the Will of Gaming. Will I am. What is up, Will? You did not just pull a coupon.
No, that wasn't coupon because that was an insult. That would have been an insult. I'm not. No, never mind. I will never do that again. I was trying to get excited. You know how coupon gets excited when she goes. Eee! I don't know. Anyway, hi, I'm Will from The Will of Gaming. Be sure to check out everybody's channels here, and yeah, I'm ready to share this news.
All right. So, Will and I were talking not too long ago, and we got into a really nice, long conversation, actually, about the Nintendo NX and the rumors that Will had found out in reference to it. And I was like, hey, let's do a podcast. That way, other people that are interested in the NX can actually chime in, put in their 2 cents, or whatever rumors they may have heard, and yeah, just get people hype about it, if that is the case, or to debunk rumors if that is the case, or to, whatever, for as far as the Nintendo crowd goes. So we gotta rep the Nintendo crowd too. So, Will, what do you have for us today?
All right. So there was more Nintendo NX rumors, and they emerged out of nowhere, kind of like yesterday or the day before. I was speaking to a group of friends yesterday, and somebody made a mention of this article, and it was like in Japanese, and it was like very loosely translated, and yada yada yada. But kind of like, I'll read you guys the whole entire thing if you guys don't mind.
Yeah.
It's a pretty long list, but I'll read it as fast as I can. All right. So more NX rumors have emerged, reiterating information that has come before with sprinkling of additional bits. As with all the NX rumors, this information should be taken with a grain of salt, as Nintendo has previously stated that they won't be sharing any information about their next platform until next year. That being said, it's always nice to get some speculation going. So here's a bunch of the latest batch of rumors. So the person that did this is under strict NDA with Nintendo Japan. Informations are from March of 2015, so this is really old stuff, with some updates from June, July. He received a bunch of patents. Some of them are public now. Info about Nintendo is planning and a list of games potentially in development. Some of them may or may not have been canceled, third parties included. NX is a platform, not tied with a single device. Wii U is still in the picture thanks to good software results for games like Splatoon, will still be the main home console in 2016. 3DS is a bit old. They're planning on replacing it. So some games will still come out on it, but big projects are being moved on portable NX. With NX, Nintendo wants to create a platform where they can develop software for multiple devices with ease, from the home console to portable to smartphones and tablets. They have a big catalog available for multiple platforms with cross-buy, cross-saves, and cross-play, similar to what Microsoft is doing with the Xbox One and PC thanks to Windows 10. And for those of you who don't know what that is, that allows you to play many Xbox games on PC, which is also getting a bunch of ports from Xbox One. Each platform will still have exclusive games. The NNID is tied to a single device, so your Nintendo ID is tied to a device, but it will allow to share details between platforms like friends lists, contents, local co-op games, etc. Thanks to a new membership program, the successor of Club Nintendo will benefit from the new Nintendo policies in terms of rewards. They'll show the portable in spring of 2016. Will be out for the end of the year or of spring of 2017 is the max. Specs will be higher than a PS Vita, but nothing mind-blowing. Screen resolution should be 540p, but they are considering 720 if costs go down. Backwards compatibility with the 3DS is problematic, but they're trying to fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Wii U successor will not have an optical drive, which will be optional. So this is the home console. This is two consoles. One is a handheld, one is the home console. So it says this will not have an optical drive, which will be optional. So it says it will sync with portable, not obligatory. Specs won't be super high, but will be close to PS4 and Xbox One. Doesn't know how much, like with the portable, this is still subject to change anyway. So this is not even written in stone yet. Cross games will look better on the home console, of course. Nintendo is focusing a lot on an anti-piracy system, a big focus on the operating system as well. They hired people that worked for Google on Android. The guys who worked on the GameCube operating system and the Wii U browser are there too. Optimized versions of the same OS for every NX platform, each with its set specific functions. Updates will come out at the same time. They are focusing on making the OS blazing fast on every platform. The home console can connect with portable. The home console can connect with the portable console to send to its own version of games you buy. Will use the same tech as the Wii U gamepad streaming to do that, or the internet connection. The home will have backwards compatibility with the Wii U. Gamepad will be compatible as a controller, considering they are considering selling it as a standalone. So the Wii U gamepad will be possibly sold on its own. It can connect with a portable off TV and backwards compatibility. Wiimote capability is being considered too. As for the support, since new home console won't have an optical drive, they're considering an external one, and being considered NNID eShop backwards compatibility for titles bought on the eShop. Seems like they're considering digital game sharing too, but this is not perfectly clear. The portable console will have its own internal memory, which will be expandable. There will be a complete overhaul of online infrastructures, but Nintendo is determined to hold successful operations as Miiverse, extending it further and making it a central hub for communications by developers and meeting a place for the players. It will be even more interactive with the ability to upload videos and screenshots in an integrated system and not dependent on the game. Voice chat and interactions between users will be revisited too. Much will depend on the user's age, though, to protect minors. The home console will be out 6 to 12 months after the portable console, creating an NX system that will allow Nintendo to better their resources in game development. They approached third parties during E3. Capcom, Square Enix, Ubisoft, and EA already have dev kits. Dragon Quest, Final Fantasy, Sonic, F-Zero, and Metroid are in development. Doesn't know if these are the main episodes or spin-offs. Zelda is currently in the Wii U only title due to high development costs, but they can reconsider to have another big game at the NX launch. Prices will be low, 200 to 300 euros for the home console, they're assuming this is for. And they are considering a bundle with both the portable and home console for no more than 500 euros. Many of these things will be discussed in future Nintendo Directs, which will have a different host in every market if Nintendo can't find a new CEO by October. A new 3D Mario will be shown along with the new Zelda trailer. Retro moved their project on the NX will not be unveiled before 10 to 18 months. They will talk about a new Club Nintendo which will be in full function with the NX. Considering making agreements with phone carriers in order to better manage applications like Miiverse, Club Nintendo, and the ability to purchase software by phone. Some of these will come out by March of 2016. So they said, is everything set yet? And it says yes, but with Nintendo, you'll never know. If he has updates, he will share them with us. So what happens is that with this, I guess to kind of like give more aspects of what they're saying, they are building a handheld console, which is going to pretty much be the successor of the 3DS. And then so this is going to be a new console that will play, according to the patents, they're using cartridge-based like games now. So there's going to be no disc. It's going to be in a cartridge, like an SD card that you can put into the actual system itself. You'll be able to stream the games that you guys get from the NX, and they will stream directly to this device, kind of like how the Wii U and the gamepad are. So that's cool. So this portable is going to be announced in March of 2016, according to this, and it will also be and it will come out that same year in 2016. So probably November or something like that. And then the console itself will come out 6 to 12 months after that. So we don't know. But they have big games planned for it. A lot of the projects that were for Wii U and for the 3DS are being moved over, which is why we probably haven't seen a really big Pokemon game yet for the 3DS, because they are doing it for the new NX console. So they are trying to make this into a big system thing where you can switch the games. It's pretty cool. So I guess, what are your guys' thoughts on this?
I mean, just hearing all that, I mean, it's just rumors, but it could be true. We don't know. But I mean, it sounds kind of cool. It sounds like Nintendo is really trying to step out of their closet. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Because they've been in there for so long and just let everybody pass them. So now it's like, okay, they know they have to do something now. Just looking at the Wii U, they know they have to do something. So I mean, from what I was hearing you read, it does sound interesting, but I'm still kind of skeptical just because it's Nintendo. So
exactly.
I definitely have to see third party on board, especially the guy said EA has a dev kit. Like this, I have to see. I have to see EA actually on board with the NX.
Hopefully, I hope that this is good. I mean, this is good, and I hope it works for Nintendo, to be honest. Because the thing is that with them, honestly, I don't know. Because the thing is that every time when a Nintendo rumor happens, it always ends up being true. Like everything that they let slip. Like they have people inside that must really not like them, and they just kind of say, okay, well, we're doing this, we're doing that. Like the whole Super Smash Brothers roster was leaked before the game came out.
And then the classic 8-bit Mario and the modern color Mario. That was leaked. The Splatoon 3 pack was leaked. Literally, Nintendo can't keep a secret for nothing. Well, then again, it's what did Coupon call it? Faulty plumbing.
Well, we're not talking about the amiibos.
But
no, I'm just saying it's every information always leaks, and it always has to be true. They can't. Nothing ever stays hidden though.
Well, I have a couple of issues with this. Um, Number one, what I hear is money, 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 money. It's like everything is somewhat separate, even though you will be able to get uh, a bundle down the road. It seems like, okay, so you can buy this handheld, then you can buy this, set-top box, then you can buy this optical drive, so you can, use your, Wii U games or whatnot in it. So it's like, you can't, it's not sold as one unit. It's like a whole bunch of different units. Then
Hmm.
two, the games, if they're coming in like SD card type cartridge form, if that would be the case, they're going to be awfully easy to lose, as if the 3DS cartridges weren't small enough and people to lose them. Not saying that that would happen, but say for instance if parents get this for their kids, then it seemed that it would be a bit more difficult to keep a hold of these cartridges, um, so that they would probably, you'd be more apt to lose them. um,
Mm,
so that's like a couple of things like right off the bat that I see that could possibly be a problem if these rumors are true. But what do you guys? What's your thoughts on it?
Well, I feel pretty much the same way you feel about it. I think Nintendo is they're on the right track as far as wanting to make everything in the social, like what I'm saying, they don't have voice chat, and that's something that's needed nowadays when you want to communicate with your friends and all that when playing games. But I feel like it's just too much being done, and it's going to fall into the same category of the Wii U. What the Wii U was. Remember when they had the white Wii U, and then they had the black Wii U. Well, nobody in their right mind was going to buy the white Wii U when they could get the black one that had more storage, and it came with basically everything. It came with the charger for the charger on stand with the gamepad and all that. Nobody really bought the white one, so I don't see how these different models is going to be the same. It's going to be any different from what the Wii U, how that launch thing was going on. And another thing with the cartridges, I mean, I know Nintendo, they definitely have the money to, hire somebody that could create a new format, a new for games with all that, and I know it's going to be in high quality. But at the same time, these developers, they're gonna look at it and like, come on, they're not gonna want to put their games on that because they're gonna feel like it's too much work to be done. You know what I mean? The PS4 and the Xbox One, they're similar, so devs can actually, it's more easier to make a multi-platform game. But when you're taking that and then you gotta redo everything for the Nintendo side, they're gonna feel like that's too much work, and that's how it was with with other consoles of Nintendo. Like they just felt like we don't want to do it because it's too hard or whatever the case may be. So I feel like that's gonna hurt the party. You know what I'm saying? Third party is really not gonna jump aboard. Now you said you have EA and Ubisoft and all those type of people, but what about the other developers that want to get into? What about the indie development scene that wants to showcase their games? And they don't have the resources that EA has. So it's gonna limit Nintendo as far as third party goes. Now first party we already know they got that locked, they got that on Smash. Nobody's touching with first parties. But the third party game is gonna be real tricky.
mm,
Mhm.
I think with them using the SD card like the DS, I was kind of iffy about it, but then again, I mean, it's still kind of like a smart move because if you can make your console cheaper but still perform like the other two consoles, you know what I'm saying? That's pretty cool. I think Booty said about them trying to like transfer a game from Xbox One and PS4 to the NX,
Hmm.
but I'm thinking it could be relatively easy to just copy and paste that game to the SD card, basically, because basically with that flash card or whatever, it can't be erased. We don't have the ability to erase anything off that cartridge, just like the Vita and the 3DS. We can't erase anything, but developers can put stuff on it. I don't really think it's difficult to actually put the game on there. So it's kind of like a smart move for Nintendo to use that because it's like, double the storage space and more of the Blu-ray drive because um, wasn't it Metal Gear Metal Gear Solid 4, The Patriot, that Kojima said that even with the dual layer, the 50 gigs, he still ran out of space. So he had to compress, audio and video and stuff like that because 50 gigs was still not enough for him. Not everybody else. Everybody else was cool with 50 or just 25. But he himself that was making this game ran out of space. So let's say somebody is going to make a game that's over 50 gigs. We don't have to install these games. We just play them off the disc. I mean, off the card. You know what I'm saying? And that's more space for developers if they want to do whatever to Grand Theft Auto. If they want to make it, a world 4 times larger than Grand Theft Auto 5, they can do that because it's more storage space now. And there's really no loading time. So that's a plus right there. And then you don't have to install it. That's a bigger plus. I don't want to keep installing these games. You got to keep erasing off the hard drive to replace a new game you just got, and DLC if you buy that take up space, and it's just ridiculous with these two consoles that you actually have to go out and buy more storage space. You know what I'm saying? I got a 32 gig Wii U and still haven't used all of it, and I got a full game or two on the flash drive with multiple games from the eShop, and I still have space. But I really don't have space on the Xbox One and PS4. And that's ridiculous. It's a 500 gig. So I think that's kind of a smart move for Nintendo to do that. Maybe Microsoft and Sony will catch on. You know what I'm saying? If developers, find it relatively easy and cheaper, maybe the Xbox 3 and PlayStation 5 would do the same thing. Lead it optical drive and use, use a cartridge, a small, like a, SD card.
Right.
But I think what they would have to, Nintendo would definitely have to make sure that that the SD card is capable. I'm pretty sure they'll hire somebody to create a new format. My whole thing is that it's just going to create a new digital format. It's just going to create a new format. You know what I'm saying? And it's already getting to be too much. With the PSP, they had the UMDs, which didn't work out, and then you had Nintendo with the cartridge base, and the Vita came out, and then that had like a cartridge. It's just too many formats. It's just too many disc formats. So if Nintendo can actually, like you said, if they can actually find a way to make it cheaper and have that speed stay consistent, then it is a good move. I just feel like it's just too many formats out there right now.
Right. I mean, I think it would be interesting to see what they could actually do as far as the whole going from mobile to console. Because the thing of it is, though, because they're really gonna honestly try to get rid of the 3DS. I'm like, yeah, man. Well, I'm just like, y'all better do a good job because if you get rid of that, you are gonna get rid of some of your certain brands and certain franchises that rely on the console, not console, I mean the handheld, because for instance, like a Pokemon game, you will never see a Pokemon game on a home console. And even the company themselves said we will never put this on a console. You'll never see a main title ever. And it's just like, okay, well, if y'all are trying to get rid of that market, y'all better be doing something good, because if you don't, you're gonna lose Pokemon, and you're gonna lose a good portion of your money and a good portion of your fan base. So. Well, that's the thing, because that's my only thing. It's just kind of like it's like I don't know, no, because I mean, having people try to do the whole, oh, here's the mobile part of it, here's the home part. Haven't people done that before?
Yeah, I mean, well, they like Sony tried to do it with the Vita, and it didn't work too well because they were charging too much money. The thing is that the problem with the Vita is that it didn't have its own memory. Internal memory built to it. You had to buy a memory card, which in turn was their own memory card. So it's not like you could use an SD card. It was a different format, and it ruined everything.
Yeah.
And they were charging like $100 for a 32 gigabyte. Ridiculous. But the thing is that when I guess my opinions on this is that One, supposedly Nintendo's starting production on the console in October. So if that is the case, this console hasn't even been built yet. Right now, these are just ideas that they're throwing at the wall. So we may be seeing a whole different ball game by the time spring comes. Maybe they did. Maybe it's a completely different console. They're probably working on prototypes right now to see what the final model is going to be, and then they're going to start mass producing it. And then so they have to beta test it. They got to test the. They already are building the OS system, so that's good. But the thing is like, if this works, there's a huge problem. Okay, one, Nintendo needs to market this fantastically. Like, I mean, they need to shove it in people's faces. They need to whatever. I would suggest Nintendo not to fall for a gimmick, because if they do fall for a gimmick, that could either make or break them. It depends on.
But their gimmick is already going to be go from, you can go from the console to the mobile. That's the gimmick.
I get that, but the way that if the way that it's rumored says that they are going to announce the handheld first.
Which does not really make too much sense.
One, it's gonna piss everybody off because didn't they release the new Nintendo 3DS today, like this year? Next year. So then, if they're gonna release it, let's say that in spring, they say, okay, by November we're gonna have a new handheld console. You guys are still gonna get 3DS games that are gonna handle for next year. We're gonna have Wii U for another year, which will make it 2012, 13, 12, 13, 14, no, I'm sorry, 13. 14. So what? The Wii's only been out for like 3-4 years. So so this would be 5 years of the Wii U being an actual home console by the time we get the NX. So it'll be 5 or 6 years. So the thing is that it just seems like his time frame is correct. And I feel like if we are getting a new handheld device, it's fantastic. Now, if they are using a cartridge-based system, what would be awesome for them to do is that if you buy, let's say that I buy a cartridge for my NX portable, right? I can plug that into my NX console, and I can still play the game on the NX console just as long as I have the portable. Now, this is going to be coming out in a bundle. So there are going to be people that are just going to wait till the bundle comes out. There are going to be people who are going to buy the NX as the handheld console and then buy the console for cheap a hell of a lot later. So the thing is like, so if it's like 500 euros, that means that it's going to knock that price in half. So it'll be 250 for each piece. So you're paying 250 now for a handheld, 250 later for the console.
That's too much.
So the thing is that in a way, it's good because you do not need the portable to play the new home console.
But you know how we are, Will.
I know. But the thing is that, look, if it's coming out a year later, 250 is not, well, 250 for a handheld is pretty
it's
bad.
High.
That's not high.
But
you could get a, well.
But okay, what if they use SD cards? What if they use SD cards?
That's still hella high.
It's not
Very high.
250?
It's not. It's not. Let me tell you why. Let me tell you why it's not too much. The reason why the Vita was so expensive was because of this. The Vita would have been successful if its memory wasn't an issue. The problem is that it took time. It took a long time to develop for games on it and things like that. Now, the only way that the NX could like really mess up is if they make the games hard to develop for and their format is different. If their format is different, it's going to be just like the Vita. It's going to be like, yeah. But they have the 3DS to fall back on, the new 3DS to fall back on. So if this doesn't work out, but then again, Nintendo is a massive it's popular in the market. So if they have an HD handheld system that can play Pokemon,
so will people actually consider the 500 and what is it, 20 or 60?
No, but you get both the handheld and the home console. If you
but people will, and if they're making the handheld first for say $250, but they're saying, okay, if you wait 6 months to a year, you can get both of them at $500. My thing it'll be better just to wait for the
it
come out.
Yeah, it would
then that will hurt the.
They're not going to tell people. They're not gonna tell people that a bundle's coming out in a year. They're just gonna say that the console version's gonna come out in a year, and then you can buy that. And then when the console comes out, then they're gonna release bundles for people who didn't get the handheld. So the thing is that in the end, you can just choose just to get the console, and you'll be just fine. If you want the handheld, you can get it later, and things like that. And or you could wait for a price drop. You know, the NX.
Yeah, but Nintendo never really have price drops.
That's true. That's true.
It's like Best Buy or Walmart that actually have like some price cuts here and there.
Yeah, but
you catch them on
That's
certain.
issued by them. Yeah, it's not issued by Nintendo themselves.
Yeah, Nintendo they never have price cuts.
But if this does come out, okay, if Nintendo does do this right, we need to know exactly what the interface looks like. If they can make it look presentable, where it looks sleek, it looks nice, it looks shinier and better, and they have the third-party support on top of that. The problem is that, look, Nintendo is so far behind. These two consoles, Xbox and PlayStation, have 2-year lead over them. And the thing is that they're going to have like a 3, maybe 4-year lead over them. So by the time the NX comes out, it's going to be outdated.
Yeah.
And then the PS4 and Xbox are going to be finishing their thing, and they're going to be graphically superior.
Yeah, because keep in mind, Xbox is getting that, Windows 10 later on this year.
Yep.
So,
and that is going to really mess up, Nintendo's plan. So Nintendo really needs to consider to make their console a little bit stronger than the PS4. But the problem is that would make their console cost more money. And because of that, that's going to be a huge problem for them, because nobody's going to pay $500 for a brand new console when they can get a console.
Not for a Nintendo console.
Not for a Nintendo console.
Especially when you could get a PlayStation 4 for what? About the same, or you catch a bundle
for $500,
and get it for $400. So why would somebody pay $500, $100 more, or right on par with the PlayStation 4 for a Nintendo NX?
Well, no, $500 at that point you're paying for a 1 terabyte by Xbox One.
That's what I'm saying.
Shoot, and they ain't even
But wait a minute, though. Look at it from this angle. Dre, you're a Pokemon fan, right?
Okay.
You're a Pokemon fan, right? So
yeah.
How would you feel if you saw a new portable? The next generation of Pokemon is solely on this console, and not just that, but it's an HD handheld version of Pokemon. The moment that you see that trailer, you're gonna be like, I need an NX handheld. I know it, because the thing is that they're gonna say that it has all these functions and things like that.
What's the next generation? Of course, I'm gonna basically get it regardless, because that's how much of a fan I am. But I mean,
yeah,
$500. But $500 though, and it's not as powerful.
It's not $500. You're paying $250 for just the handheld.
Yeah, but then I'm gonna have to turn right back around later on, and then basically
another
new $250 to get the
But
rest
you're not
of
paying
it.
$500 outright though.
I
You're
know.
paying $250, and then a year later you'll get a $250 console. Or you can wait a whole year.
Still a lot of money.
It's a lot of money, but in the end, it's not. Look, when the 3DS first came out, it was $250. And that was way too much money for especially what you got out of it. It was a small screen, there were no games, all these things like that. But I'm telling you, people will pay the money if a new generation Pokemon comes out and they move the Wii U Zelda and make it a launch title for the NX. It's gonna sell.
That would more people off than though, Will. If
I know it will, but the thing is if the console is $250, that's still cheaper than their competition.
Yeah, but at the same time, people are still buying the Wii U, and if they're already talking about coming out with another console, that's like a slap in the face to those of us that own Wii U's.
But that's what Nintendo did with Nintendo 3DS XL. When XL came out, it only took about 6 months for the new 3DS to be announced.
But then, when they announced it, though, it was only over in Japan at that time.
Well, no, because what was it that I can tell you right now? What happened was that they announced the new 3DS, and the thing of it was right around the time, I think it was like my birthday or whatever, because I had just gotten my current 3DS XL, and then they sat here and they were like, oh, well, there's gonna be a new 3DS XL, and I'm like not XL, it's gonna be a new 3DS, and I'm like, a new 3DS, the new 3DS, and I'm like, really? And then that's when, of course, they announced the Zelda one. I'm sitting there like, are y'all flipping kidding me? Like, there's gonna be a brand new one right now, and I just got this one. Okay.
I know, but they're still making the Wii U version of Zelda. It's just the thing is that, like, so if you did get a Wii U, they are making options that you can still have the Wii U and that you can still have certain games. But how would you guys feel if the next generation had third-party support and had like Dragon Quest and all these other games available right at launch on top of Zelda, Metroid, F-Zero, Super Mario Galaxy, all launch titles for the console? I would buy it in a freaking heartbeat. Like, it needs to be mine if I see that. And the thing is like, that's just me though. But that's the way that they can market it and sell it. If they say, look, you're getting Mario Galaxy 3, Metroid Prime 3, or Metroid Prime 4, you're getting a new F-Zero game, you're getting, like, they're covering all bases. And a new Zelda game that's open world, like, come on, that would blow people's minds and people would want to buy it.
I mean,
At least that's just my opinion.
I mean, I totally agree with what you're saying because, like, and I say this all the time. It doesn't matter what specs you have in your hardware. If you don't have the software to back it up, at the end of the day, it's just going to be that piece of circuitry, you know. So if Nintendo can actually reach if Nintendo can actually reach third parties and say, listen, we know we have a new format coming out, but we really want we want your games to be on our platform, and it actually goes according to plan where the third party is there. Zelda is there. We already know Zelda is there. Mario is there. Like other games is there. Star Fox is there. It would definitely be a item to grab because not only are we getting that exclusive Nintendo experience, but you can now experience every other game that's out there on top of that. So people will buy it. But I'm just saying they have to have all their ducks in a row. They have to make sure the market, like I said, make sure the marketing is on point. They really have to make sure that marketing is on point. Don't just have the handheld. You know what I'm saying? Or if you're going to announce the handheld in March, let people know, okay, this is the handheld, but it's also going to be compatible with the NX. It's not a mandatory thing, but it's an option. Let people know. Don't just let people know that there is a home console coming. Don't just have the portable sitting out there, and then when people go in the store and say, well, this is just an add-on to this. You know what I'm saying? They have to make sure that their marketing team is on point with that because we don't want another Wii U situation.
No.
Yeah, I think with the whole, people are speculating that it should, the NX itself, not the handheld, but the NX itself should come out 2016 next year. But from what the article is saying, it could be like, end of 2016, sometime in 2017. So a lot of people are going to argue that, okay, it's coming out too late because, Microsoft and Sony could be on the next console. But I believe these two consoles will actually go at least like last generation, between 7 and 9. I don't see, because you got to think about it. What is the PlayStation 5 going to do graphic-wise? Is it going to be this big giant leap? Because everybody thought the PlayStation 4 was going to be this big leap. We've seen from the PS2 to the PS3, and it didn't happen. So if people are speculating this and wanting this for the 5, just imagine how much the 5 is going to be. The 5 is going to be like how 3 was. You paying $700. So I don't think it's going to be a big dramatic jump again if 5 come out. So if Nintendo does come out in 2017, as long as third party is there and the games are there, I think Nintendo could be safe. Even though if Microsoft and Sony did jump the gun and bring out a console sooner than later, but long as those games are there, and the reason why I say that is when we go back and look at the 360 and the original Wii had third-party support, and they had a bunch of games, even though majority of it was just shovelware, but they did have hidden gem games, and for people that stuck with the Wii, they was able to play those games. They was able to play those exclusive titles that third parties brung to the original Wii. And the third party was putting out games for that. So nobody really complained. Only people complained was like maybe the Xbox and PlayStation owners that, maybe brought the console because it was just so popular and then got tired of it. So they never got a chance to play those hidden games like, No More Heroes, you know what I'm saying, Capcom versus Takanaku, games like that. And they wanted that game for the PS3, but Capcom said no, it's only exclusive for the Wii. So that game will always be exclusive to the Wii. I think as long as Nintendo have third party to get games, even exclusive games only to the NX, if the other two consoles do come out, new consoles from Sony and Microsoft do come out, and they put the NX behind in power, as long as those games are good and it's not a big major leap jump in graphics, I still think Nintendo, the NX can still survive, even though if there is a new Xbox on the market. Because I don't think that graphic jump is going to be there again, because if it is, we coming out of our pockets big time, and it's going to be more than what it's going to be around the PS3 price or a little bit more. Because you got to figure now, everybody want terabytes now. Nobody going to want 500 gigs no more. It's going to be a terabyte to 2 terabytes in these consoles now. That's what you have to look at. So as long as the NX can have those games, those first party games, plus all third party is there, and they're putting out, still putting out games that's maybe on the PS4, but they still making games exclusive for the NX that you can't play on the PS4. The NX still got a shot, even if those two new consoles come out from Microsoft and Sony. They still got a winning chance, even if they coming out this late.
Well, how do y'all think that they're going to entice these third parties? Because they have very little third party support for the Wii U. So how are they going to gain these, third parties to actually engage and make games for the NX?
Well, I think it goes down to based on if their development kits are actually easy to use. If it's easy to build a game, because they are practicing with a new format, So since they are practicing with a new format, if they find out that this new technology that they are really taking a risk on is actually faster to develop on, games don't have to install no more, it's a quicker process, then I think that it would be a smart thing. That would be the gimmick, would be that no more discs now, all the stuff like that. The only issue that I have is the fact that that you have to purchase the DVD drive separately.
Yeah. Well, not only that, the console is in two parts. You've got the home version, you've got the handheld.
But they don't need to be
they don't have
near
to be
each other. That's the problem.
But they still work in conjunction, don't they?
Well, it's like buying a Vita to the PS4. It's not really needed. It's its own system, but there are aspects if you have both where you can use them both together.
Okay.
Because there's also going to be, you can also use your tablet. You can use your phone. So the thing is that you don't need to have the portable console.
Now that is cool. I like that aspect.
So it's a really cool aspect that they're really trying to do. And I think that honestly, if Nintendo gets it right, Nintendo could really, really win this, but it's coming out way too late. And the thing is that even though that these consoles, it usually takes 6 to 7 years. It takes 6 to 7 years for a new console to come out, pretty much, right? 6, 7 years. And then, so when a new console does eventually come out, by the time NX releases, they're already working on the next console. And the thing is that Nintendo needs to really look into the future for this. Because when they do, for example, like Game said, you said that these consoles would be, Dirty, you said that when these consoles release, there's not going to be a graphical leap. That there may not be a graphical leap, and if there is, then there's going to be a huge problem. Now, for the casual market, $250 for just a home console
That's
is
a lot of money.
and it's well, no, it's going to be cheap compared to the next console. So let's say that PlayStation 5 comes out and it's $750, and let's say the Xbox is the same thing. Okay, let's say it's like $600, $700 for a new PS5, and a new Xbox 2 or whatever they decide to call it. Okay, so if that is the case, $250 versus $500, and the NX just came out at around that time, people are going to go for the NX.
Yeah.
The casual market will go for the NX because it's cheap. You know, it's cheap, and therefore it'll be the Wii all over again. Where it would be Wii was $150 while the PS4 was like, where the PS3 was $600. You know, like these companies, then Xbox and PlayStation will be in a position where they have to like play the waiting game for 2-3 years to drop the prices.
Well, I don't think that situation is going to happen again. I don't
It
think.
better not.
Yeah, I really don't think that Microsoft and Sony would even try to make a console and charge like a $600 price tag. I don't think that will happen again. Even if there is a graphical leap, because they know they want to make money at the end of the day, and they know people is not going for that. Smart people is not going for that. So I don't think that that's gonna happen. But I do feel like I said, if Nintendo could get it right, it could just prove that Nintendo once again changed the gaming industry. It just proves that all over again. If they can do something, take a risk, and it pays off for them, and it's going to change how everybody else does their next console. It's going to change it. So it's a big risk, but Nintendo, they can afford that risk. You know what I'm saying? They can afford to try this and not really hurt them financially.
Yeah, but I hope they do this right.
If Nintendo can do it right and still go back what Will and Boogie just said, if it's going to be a graphical leap, Sony and Microsoft, they want to make money. They're not going to put that, especially Sony is not going to put a console out against like the PlayStation 3. Yeah, they just did not make money. Sony and Microsoft did not make money for damn near the whole last generation. The only reason Microsoft was able to make money is because they charged you to play online. That's where they got their money from the Xbox.
Well, that's
they didn't start making a profit off the Xbox 360 being sold until like maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, 2 years. Yeah.
Sony the same way. Sony just not start making profit off the PS3. That's why they still on the market. That's why they still like $200 because they making a profit off of it. I'm pretty sure the Xbox One is not making a profit off the ones that's being sold because they done did 2 price drops. You dropped it $100 to get rid of the Connect. Then you turn around and drop another $50. So that's $150 you just dropped off a console that was only out a year.
And you bundle a game.
Right. So I think the leap between this generation and next generation of Sony and Microsoft, we will see that graphical change like we see it now, but it's not going to be big because if the NX is doing stuff that the PlayStation 4 is doing graphic wise, and it's $250, man, when it's time for the Sony to come back out, that they're not going to make that big leap. They're going to have to make a console that's almost, not saying going to be $250, but they got to put it back in that PlayStation 4 price range. They can't go up any higher. They can't. So it's kind of like putting Nintendo, controlling everything. Because if the NX is doing what the Xbox One and PS4 is doing now, I don't know if they're going to do streaming or anything like that. But if graphic-wise and games, we can get the third-party games plus exclusive games from Nintendo and exclusives from, third-party, just exclusive to the NX or that handheld, Nintendo got it. But they just got to market. They got to know, they got to strategize. They got to know what to do because in the next, I say, whenever the NX come out, if it come out 2017, you look in 2019, we're looking to see the next PlayStation, maybe. That's why I said this generation may go like the same length of last generation. Look how it
Ooh,
took so long
shorter.
to get the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. So this generation might repeat itself because now with the NX out and it's cheap as hell, 250, and you're giving me the same game, same graphics as the PlayStation 4. Then when the PlayStation 5 come out, you figure, okay, there's not really a big leap in graphics, but I do see the change. But still, I'm not going to pay $650. It's not worth it when the NX is, is right behind it.
Mm-hmm.
Now with this whole cartridge thing, are they going to charge $60 per game
Oh,
for a
At this
cartridge?
point, because
That's another issue.
yeah,
Are they going to charge $60 for these cartridges now? So they gotta, as I said, they really have to, like Dirty said, they gotta strategize every aspect of this console, software and hardware.
And you know what, two games? I thought about what you just said. Okay, when it comes to third party, like, well, I guess you could still, what I'm saying, get downloadable content, but games cannot come out broken if it's on a cartridge. I mean, I'm pretty sure it's a way to still send out updates through the cartridge, but I mean, I would guess it'll put third party on the ball to be like, you know what, we gotta, come out with with our game, ready and not buggy or need a day one patch or a patch down the line.
ooh, but that also is because look at how lazy developers have been lately. I mean,
yep.
I
All
understand
they're
that they've
doing
been
is putting out rehashes.
they're sending out
Mm-hmm.
rehashes, to make up time, but then also the game always comes with a day one update. So the thing is that, but that's with third party support, because usually when Nintendo releases something, there's usually no day one patch. The game is
Right.
usually ready. They
I've
make
never
sure
seen
that the stuff is ready.
I've never seen a day one patch on any Nintendo game, any Nintendo
So
exclusive.
yeah. So the thing is that like patches, like literally, if they find something that's like game breaking or something like that, the game is still playable regardless. I've never seen, at least in my experience, I've never had an experience with a Nintendo game where it's like, because Nintendo has quality. Nintendo has quality, and the thing is like none of their games were ever broken to me. Yes, their online is not the greatest. I get it. Their online is not the greatest, but it's something. And the thing is that I mean, like, it's just okay. It's just I want to know what they're doing. I feel like what they're doing is that they're taking their two worst selling consoles in the history of Nintendo, fusing it together, and hoping that something big comes out of it. Because they're taking the creators of GameCube's OS and taking the creators of Wii U's OS, and they're working together on one console. So it's kind of like a redeeming quality. Now, I have a question though in terms that of this. The NX is probably not going to be the final name of the Nintendo. So, what would you guys think an appropriate name for the new Nintendo would be?
Last chance.
The Nintendo Last
Last chance.
Oh my god.
Last call.
I don't. Oh man, that's a hard one.
I don't know.
I have a name.
You know what, I would say two things to get everybody memory back on Nintendo. I would either go with Super Nintendo 2 or Nintendo Revolution or Ultra Nintendo.
Oh, Nintendo Revolution sounds good. Even though it sounds like a video game, it sounds.
Was it that was supposed to? Wasn't that supposed to be the name
That
for
was
the
the
Nintendo
Wii. That was
Wii?
the Wii. The
That was
Wii.
supposed
That
to
was
be
the
the
Wii.
Wii.
Project name.
But I think if you want to get those, that name sounds good. But if you want to get people attention and gamers that grew up like us, maybe still don't play games that much, but for us, we still do. When you say Super Nintendo and you put a 2 behind it, gamers are gonna be like, oh man, yeah, I used to have a Super Nintendo 2 and it was awesome. Oh, my buddy had it because I had the Genesis and he had some nice ass games for that console. And people are gonna start looking for information on that Super Nintendo 2.
Nintendo 2. Yeah. That actually could work. That actually really could work. But I was thinking of another name. Nintendo Iwata.
No.
Like, it sounds stupid. Yes, I understand it sounds stupid, but like, I just feel like they could make it like a like it's a tribute,
Okay,
because it
but
was
Will,
the
okay,
last
so imagine
thing
being
that
all
he
like,
that he
they're gonna be
contributed.
going, Mom, go give me the water. What's gonna be your water? It doesn't go
Actually,
that
no,
Yeah.
way.
that doesn't work.
They'd
Actually,
be
never
like,
You
what
mind.
gotta
the hell is
get me
When
that
that?
you
water.
say it out loud, it doesn't work.
I
I'm
don't know.
like,
I mean,
I'm
they could put like something in there for, I guess, like for the first launch window. They could have something relevant to him in the company. I don't think they should name it that. I mean, I
The
don't know.
Yeah,
Nintendo
Like I like
side, the
like
Nintendo
throw,
Trey
side.
said, people the
it's gonna
parents is
throw
gonna
people
be
off.
they're not gonna know what it is unless
Like
it's
what? Oh, the Wawa?
in a
picture
Like a Wawa?
showing it to employees like I want this. They're not gonna catch on to that name.
I think something short and sweet and to the point. I don't know. I'm trying to.
What about the Nintendo SI?
Yes,
What does that
I.
mean?
Well,
Sigh.
it could mean Satoru Iwata, but they could also mean something else. Like they could like call it
So I'm gonna
like
say, hey, I need that Nintendo C.
well
Nintendo what?
no
Nintendo C. Yes.
no
No.
no 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 like S dot I. So like it says the Nintendo SI. Remember how DSi was there? DSi. So the Nintendo no, never mind. That doesn't work either because of DSi. Um, Let me think. What would be a good? I think Super Nintendo 2 would work really well.
Yeah.
I think, or the NES 2 or something like that. No, NES 2 wouldn't work. Um, I don't know. This is actually a hard one.
Nintendo
I would
Power.
say I
Nintendo
would take
Journey.
the I would rather say Super Nintendo 2 or Nintendo Revolution, because if they trying to put this together, it's like a revolution. They say they're trying to change the way gaming is, and we supposed to be
Nintendo
surprised
Journey.
at what they do. So
Nintendo Infinity.
That works.
Ooh, the
yeah,
Nintendo
Infinity.
Fusion.
Oh, I like that.
Ooh.
That actually works because
I
it's
like that.
consoles and you put
Nintendo
them together.
Fusion.
Nintendo
Yeah, I
Fusion.
like that.
Yeah,
So
give me
that
the
could work.
fusion. Oh, yes.
Like, give me the yeah. He says you have that Fusion in stock. Like,
Oh,
yeah. So
yeah.
it
That
works.
that
The
is
Nintendo
catchy.
Fusion.
I
yeah,
like
because I'd be like, hey, games, I'm gonna be on the Fusion in like an hour. Hit me
I
up.
like yeah, that sounds really
Yes.
So
good.
that works. It
So
works.
Nintendo, if you're watching this, please give us
Nintendo.
credit.
Yes, and if you use the idea, give Will his royalties, okay?
And give him a special gold plated first run console with his name
Mm-hmm.
engraved on it.
Yep, yep, I
Mm-hmm.
would do
Awesome.
that.
To be
With the
honest, I would
handheld
love
in the
that.
console with my name on it. Oh yeah.
That would be crazy. Like, because it works though. It really does because they have two consoles for it, and you fuse them
Mm-hmm.
together, and it creates Nintendo Fusion.
Mm.
So it just
Especially if it's supposed to have a optical drive to make it backwards compatible with the Wii U.
then it even makes it more fusion. It's like
Exactly.
connecting everything that Nintendo's created and fusing it together into one console.
Yep.
Works. It works. But that's if this rumor is true.
Yeah.
but
It's still a nice conversational piece though.
yeah, it is. It is. Yeah.
I look at it like this: no, whatever Nintendo decides to do, there is going to be innovation somewhere in it. So I'm pretty sure Sony and Microsoft are definitely going to look at what the Nintendo is going to do and try to take bits and pieces out of it.
You know they are.
So whatever Nintendo does, Nintendo is going to be innovative in some way, shape, or form. Even though the Wii U, it really wasn't that innovative because it was just a tablet, but it was still innovative because it was a gamepad. It wasn't a controller. So
Well, what is it that the PlayStation 3.0 update is doing? And it's doing something like Sony is doing something that kind of sounds like a Miiverse.
stickers.
Stickers.
Stickers. It's pretty much emojis for the messages.
Who
For the messages.
cares?
That's all it is. It's emojis.
No, but what they said you can something about with your friends you can be or you can I can't explain like how
No,
they
no,
say
you can have, okay, what they do is that you have, okay, let's say that me, you, Lynn, let's say all five of us created a party together, right? I can create that and make that a favorite party. So then that way I don't have to go and add you guys individually
Now
again.
that's cool.
I'll just go back to your name. I'll just go back to the group chat or the
Yeah.
party, my favorites, and I say I'll send you all an invite, and whoever shows up shows up.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, and also with that, you got there's like communities you can join now.
Oh, like Meverse.
Yeah,
Yeah, basically, that's what I was trying to
yeah,
get. Communities.
Biting
you can
off of
join
Meverse.
communities. Yeah.
But, you know,
I want
like,
to go more in depth, but unfortunately, Sony they got this embargo thing with no beta test, so I can't really get into detail. But basically, what it is Miiverse with communities and stuff like that.
Okay, I guess it works.
Mm, okay.
I don't know, but I'm hoping, honestly, I'm hoping the best for Nintendo. I love Nintendo. I always wish them success. I wish all three companies success. I want them to. You know what? I would like for once, where a generation where all three consoles are even. Like they're even. Like the competition is so like nail biting. Like one outdoes the other so quickly, and then if you buy all three consoles, you win. It's like you're getting this game, you're getting that game. Xbox has its exclusives, PlayStation has its exclusives, Nintendo has its exclusives, and I don't know.
I really
But
like
it's
that Nintendo Fusion. That is awesome.
it's a good name, Nintendo Fusion.
okay, with Nintendo saying that they wanted to make the gamepad like backwards compatible, the Motion Plus remotes and nunchuck compatible.
Mm-hmm.
What Nintendo needs to do is they need to go and talk to Capcom. They need to go talk to Sega and see if they can bring um um bring those games that was on the Wii that was popular. You know what I'm saying? From Capcom, go get No More Heroes. From Sega, go get what was that shooter that was on the Wii? Conduit.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Where's Conduit 3? If you made 1 and 2 on Wii and they were successful, where is the third? So if you're not going to put a third one on the Wii, on the Wii U, then make it for the NX.
Yeah. I would also like to see them a new Mad World game. I don't know if y'all played that for the Wii, but
Ooh.
Mad World, that
Yes,
was a great game. So bring that back.
yes. And since, like I said, since they want to make the nunchuck and Wii remote, backwards compatible, if Sega and Capcom still want to use those same, they can. And they can implement, regular controls too. You know what I'm saying? But bring those, and that's why I was surprised that the Wii U did not have those games that was a big hit on the Wii. Like, where's those games at?
Mm-hmm. You know what? You know what Nintendo should do? Buy Capcom and Sega. Then they get the rights of Sonic, and then they get the rights of Mega Man, and then since they're working with Namco Bandai, they might as well buy them too. You got Pac-Man, and there you go. You got all the retro. You got all the retro. You got all the retro stuff. The only
But
thing that they're
imagine
missing
if
is
they
Rare.
came out with their own rare replay or
They,
something.
they
Oh
Microsoft and I think
That would be
Microsoft and
awesome.
Sony wouldn't let that happen because
Yeah, they would definitely file injunctions. They
that'll
would
be
definitely
like,
file injunctions.
It
yeah.
would be. It would be bad because the thing is that. But once those games are out, those contracts are already done. So Nintendo can't do nothing about it. But they will own all the new IPs. So if they created, okay, let's say that. All right. Where did Mega Man X finish at? I think what was it 8? So what if they
Yeah.
announce a new Mega Man? Let's say that they announce what everybody wanted, Mega Man Legends 3. That is a Nintendo exclusive. Everybody's been wanting a Mega Man Legends 3, which was originally a PlayStation game, an N64 game. Now you got Mega Man Legends 3. You will blow people's minds, the Mega Man fan base, that quick. And if you make it exclusive to the NX, people are gonna want to buy the NX
Yes.
because of Mega Man. And then on top of that, revive the Battle Network series for the portable version. I mean, like, there's so many things they can do, and also they can do like a whole play thing where it's called retro games, kind of like Rare Replay. And then if they bought Bandai and all that stuff, they put the original Sonic on there. They put the Pac-Man, the arcade edition in there. They put all these games games in this big package where they have the original Mario, Pac-Man, Sonic all in one game, and you will get the nostalgia vote right there and put it
Like
on both
60 games,
consoles.
$60 or something like that.
Yeah. So, like, you know how awesome that would be? Do you know how much that would sell?
Right?
That would sell crazy amounts. And because Nintendo still owns the rare titles for the Donkey Kong series, they
Mhm.
can still work with that too. And the thing is like it's crazy in the fact that it's backwards. And if this rumor is true, it's backwards compatible with the Wii and the Wii U games that you bought digitally. Or if you buy the CD things or whatever, and people will probably keep their their Wii U's if they're going for the compatible drive, because we don't know how much that's gonna cost.
Mhm.
So the thing is like that may cost like a crap ton of money. But I think that Nintendo is literally on the roll. And also, what they should do, make a Zelda maker next. Or make a Metroid Maker. Like, do you know how many people like you would really grab? Not with Metroid Maker, but Zelda Maker probably. You know, or things like that. Or what if they just surprise us and NX games for the portable will be able to be displayed on a TV screen, so you can play Pokemon generally on your TV console, like on your TV.
Yeah.
Instead of just
Yay.
playing it on your handheld, you can play a Pokemon game on your TV. And do
Yay.
you know how that would blow people's minds? Even though the graphics won't be the greatest thing in the world, but
Well, we cannot play Pokemon for graphics. If you play Pokemon for graphics, it's a problem.
well, yeah, but people are gonna be like, well, but people would be still excited about that. Be like, yay, I don't have to be like crouched on this, this little screen. I could play it on my big screen TV and play online matches all day. Like, do you know how freaking crazy that is if they could actually really do stuff like that? And then on top of that, they patent achievements in the NX. Now, for people who are trophy hunters like me, that would really get me off of PlayStation and go for Nintendo trophies quick,
You know?
because
Especially
Nintendo.
if it offers something more than just a number.
Or what if they do this with the achievements?
Stickers.
It unlocks, because we're getting Club Nintendo back with the achievements or with the stickers or something that
You
you
get
get.
coins.
You get coins for the
Oh,
trophy
that would
that
be
you
awesome.
get, and
Or it
then you
goes towards
can buy
games.
stuff off of the Club Nintendo
That would
website,
be awesome.
and then they send you stuff. So
I
that's
could say,
incentive. It would blow people's minds, and then on top of that, they have that subscription box coming out. Nintendo will be raking in money,
Yeah, but it's not coming here yet. It's only in the
but
UK.
but they're probably waiting for the NX to come out before they do it.
Mm.
So the
Once
thing,
again,
it's
things with,
crazy.
I think two things with Nintendo, especially with that achievement. I we know they can't call it achievement or trophy.
No, they're gonna probably
They,
call it
they,
ribbons or awards or Nintendo points or something.
I would rather for them to call them one ups.
Oh, ooh, one ups. That would be cool. Oh my god.
One up.
Or
once
at
again,
least.
Nintendo, if you're listening, we are giving you
Yes.
gems. We are giving you literally money-making ideas.
Cool. These are hidden gems.
Or even better, how about this? How about they name them after their games? So like in Pokemon, you get badges. In Zelda, you get Triforce pieces. Mario, one ups. Metroid, you get what do you
That's
get
too
in
much.
Metroid? I forgot. Well, no, it's just like it's you could call them rewards, and then in the games you'd be like, how many summons, how many Donkey Kong bananas do you got? Well, I don't know. Actually, no. You know what? One ups is good. They'd be like, I just got the Donkey Kong one up.
Now, with
And
that
then,
being
and
said,
then
with that being said, for them, I would rather for them to do one up. But to go back and you said Mega Man Legends 3, I believe that I don't know the guy's name that was actually making the game. He
yeah,
stated like he was like at least halfway or beyond halfway complete with that game until Capcom took him off. Now, if somehow Nintendo can get Capcom to finish that, or Nintendo say, "Hey, let me give it to one of our first party or second party team and let them finish the game,"
Mhm.
That would be a big plus for Nintendo because that's exclusive for the NX. If everybody was looking for Mega Man Legends 3, then I would tell Capcom whatever Resident Evil game you got lurking in the shadows, we want it exclusive. Even if it's just for a year, we want it exclusive to the NX. Nintendo got to come out swinging. Nintendo got to come out and let
Mhm.
people know, hey, we got games that's going to be exclusive. Games that you want, games that you play on your other console, we're getting first. Either if it's going to be a time exclusive or permanent. But Nintendo got to make people heads turn. They got to make other gamers head turn to look at them now. They got to come out swinging. They
And
got
their
to.
marketing has to be on point.
Mm-hmm.
It can't
Mhm.
be a mix up and people not know what it is, like with the Wii U.
But they made you the
Mm-hmm.
whole supply demand thing all over again with the
Oh,
Don't
come
amiibos.
on. You mean
don't
They
like with
call
the
the
will.
Wii? Come
don't call the
on.
They're
portable
gonna do with
don't
the
call the
Wii.
portable console the NX. Don't call it that because then people will definitely be confused. Like, wait, I thought the NX was a home console. Now it's a portable console. Don't call it that.
Well, what if
Mm-mm.
they do it like this? What if they do it? Okay, Nintendo Fusion portable, Nintendo Fusion
Just
console. I don't
plain
know,
Nintendo Fusion.
or just plain
So
Nintendo
you have
Fusion and
Nintendo Fusion and then you have Nintendo Fusion Portable.
so the
There is a
NFP
clear
or the portal.
distinction.
So I mean there is, but like
But then that's gonna be weird if was it the portable comes out before the actual console though.
Why?
I don't know. It's just like you have the portable before so you have the actual console. I don't know. To me, it's kind of
Yeah.
weird.
it's
No.
weird,
No, I
but
wouldn't
I
say
think it
it's
will
weird.
work. I think it will because the thing is that if Nintendo were to bundle it like right away and make it a bundle console, people are gonna say $500 is too much. Because you know, the
Yeah.
moment that Nintendo comes out, that's when Sony and Xbox are gonna price drop. I
Yep.
know it
Yep.
because
Mm-hmm.
they're like gonna say no, you will not buy this console. But then if Nintendo does what they did with Amiibo, I know it. I know it sucks. But why do you think Amiibo are selling like hotcakes? Why do you think the Wii sold like hotcakes? Because supply demand. Everybody wanted it. Because since they couldn't get it, it made them want it more. So
Hmm.
therefore, people would just get it in the stores because it's just there. They didn't have time to sit back and say, "Should I get this?" Because they would have missed out on an opportunity. That's how you get people. There were people that were only saying that I was only going to get 3 Amiibos, and they got the whole collection. You know, there's just you know, it's crazy. It's a thing that works. It's a very shady thing, and it works in America. They can't do that in any other country. If they do that, people are like, I ain't gonna buy it. But over here, we want the latest, the greatest thing. We want what we can't have,
Yep.
and that's just
Mm-hmm.
and that's what and honestly, I feel like that's what would really sell the console.
Yeah,
Like
like
if you pre-order it, you feel like you're all special. Because imagine this: what if Nintendo implements live streaming into their console? You can live stream Nintendo
Oh my
games.
God, that would
That
be
would
freaking awesome.
another
oh, they
thing.
need live streaming.
And then
Yes.
and then what if they did a thing like
I
Sony
would
did?
ride for that.
And what if they have editing features right in there, and they're as easy as Mario Maker?
Oh, and then have it
Child.
so you can make your own overlays, Nintendo themed. Oh my God.
Exactly. So like, just can
Excitement.
like imagine the possibilities that what can go in here.
Well, then that would mean that they would have to really open
And
up to the
what
YouTube world and to the
But what if
live
they do
streaming
that
world.
for NX? Like NX, they say, okay, we're no longer. The moment that they ask it, the moment that they launch it, they're gonna say we are now allowing all of our fans to live stream at their own whatever, and then they just drop the mic right there. Done. Like done. They'll
That's
create
what they want
something.
by for me if they did that, definitely.
Exactly. And
I
okay,
think
and what
with
about
the,
this?
I think with
What if they
the,
let you stream from the handheld console too?
Oh my God, Will stop.
But I'm just
I am
saying.
having
that
a
would be
nerve
awesome.
anthem over
I can
here.
stream my Pokemon game.
Exactly.
I'll be done.
See?
Well,
Yeah.
put in your resume to Nintendo, please, because
Yeah.
they need you.
But the thing is that to actually get this done, it's gonna take a long time. And that's the
But
only
see
way
what
I can see this
Well,
company
take
Nintendo
your
has
works.
to do with
time.
What you
Go
say,
ahead.
30?
with that handheld Nintendo talking about bringing out first. Nintendo can't let it be known that it's going to be part of a console. Not right out the gate.
No.
Don't do it, Nintendo. If you're gonna bring out that handheld that's gonna be, compatible with the NX, do not say nothing. Because if it's coming out a year later, don't say nothing. When you ready to drop it, you know what I'm saying? Then you let people know. So the people that was like, yeah, I'm picking that up, in the near future, or the people that's already got it, they're gonna be surprised because we're like, oh shit, Nintendo got a new console coming out and it's compatible with it, and I got it already, $250.
Yep.
Nintendo, I'm
And all my
telling you,
games
do
can
not
stream
let
on it.
people know this is hard.
No,
Do
I mean,
not let people know early that it's hard.
Exactly.
Do not promote it like that. Promote it when that console is ready. When you are ready to say pre-orders and it's about to drop. Because if you say it now, it's going to throw people off. People going to be like, wait a minute, the handheld, then I got to wait for the console? I'm telling you, you got people that got mixed emotions. They get frantic when they hear stuff like that. Wait a minute, you giving me half, and I gotta wait a whole year for it. Oh, I think no, I don't want it
yeah, I'll
now.
wait a
I'm
year.
telling you, don't do it.
Don't do it ever. But I think
And
honestly,
implement that streaming service.
Yes,
We, as
please.
Americans, love that stuff, as well as being able to talk to our friends and parties. Have that chat be streamable as well to go with the
mm,
gameplay.
Multi
that
audio
would
out.
be cool too.
There you go.
Yes, multi audio out. Yes.
There you go.
And allow and make sure that you allow the Elgato to automatically read it, and
So you
don't
don't
put
need an
the PlayStation there.
Elgato. You're gonna be streaming.
No, I know, but
I
the thing is that there's people that like because when you stream it, you sacrifice quality when you stream it from the console itself. So the thing is that if quality is not that big of a deal for you, but it's still good. I mean, it still looks good. It's just that it's not gonna look like perfection
And
crisp like
also,
the
if you
Elgato
stream from
Connect.
the console, though,
Yes.
was it when
And
Will's
have your
stream
own
got
custom
in?
overlays built in. And even if y'all want to go a step further, Nintendo, you can charge us for some overlays like you do with these themes for the 3DS.
There
What?
we go. Then there you
Okay.
go. If you can do that as well, you can do like they did with the wallpapers for the 3DS. Oh, and they can do wallpapers where you can
Yes.
customize your actual background too.
Yep.
Done. Keep the
I
folders as
it,
well for your digital stuff. Oh my God, Nintendo
Mhm.
will have everything in the bag.
That would have almost everything for those OCD folks too.
Yep,
Dude, I
and
was
call it.
saying, if Nintendo can just grab the five of us,
Yeah, they could
and
grab everybody, every Nintendo fan.
just sit us down and be like, what's on you guys' mind about the NX and this handheld that we are trying to bring out? What should be done? What can we do? And just let us tell them what you should be doing. You know what, Nintendo? If you did that, if you call me right now and flew me out to Washington, Redmond, Washington, I would give you everything you need to make this console in hand a
Yeah.
success. And you even got to pay me. Just make sure I got me a console and a handheld, and every first party game you put out free in the mail. I'm good.
That's it. I'm good. I'll be good with that.
Exactly. I don't want nothing else. Matter of fact, I'm taking this to Nintendo World. This is actual podcast. I'm gonna go down to Nintendo World. Who can I speak to? Y'all need to listen to this, please. Y'all need to listen to this. Send it to whoever you need to send it to the appropriate channels. But please, because y'all too much of a company to just
Young
just.
people need some young people, for this NX. They really do. They can't go with, not saying old people or whatever, but you need people that's actually gaming. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Nintendo needs that young, fresh face like we see with, what I'm saying, old boy on Xbox.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
sir.
Yeah.
Young face that people can see. You know what I'm saying? Not saying Iwata was, looked old. We knew he was old, but, he just didn't look like he just didn't look like no average gamer that would actually sit there and go home and sit
Well, I
down
mean,
and
let's
play
be real.
Call of
Awada
Duty
was
or
a
something.
suit. I mean, let's be real. Awada was a suit. He wasn't a gamer. He was a suit, and
He
that's the
did,
thing.
no, but he did game though.
But he
did
was more of a
game.
suit than he was more of
Yeah,
a
I
suit
mean,
than
he
Will.
games, but we're talking
He
about
was a suit. Let's be real.
like they actually go home and play something like Dragon Age or, what I'm saying, something like that. Iwata go home and he just playing Nintendo games. That's it.
Mhm. But like the only thing is that he only has like 5 minutes of playtime, or the time that he's at E3 and he's showing the game off. That would have been the only time they actually had time to game. Because according to what Reggie said, he's working 17 hours a day, trying to sell Nintendo products. And the thing is that
Who,
combine
Reggie?
that. That's what Reggie said. If okay, do you remember?
Reggie needs to go. Is he going?
But the thing is that you know what, like, okay, also they can also continue the amiibo trend as well. Look, I understand that it's money, 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 but Nintendo needs money, money, money to make this a success, and amiibos are a huge success. And then also, like they're allowing Wii U games to work, right? So that means that if anybody missed out. Now the only problem that I have is the fact that it doesn't come bundled in with it. If they just made a CD drive that allowed Wii U and Wii games to just work and make that easy, if they were able to do that, if they were able just to go that route, if they could do it, it would be so freaking great, because then that means that even at launch, people who missed out on Wii U games can still play Wii U games while they wait for bigger games to come out. So there will be Mario Kart 8, and also have DLC prepared for Mario Kart 8. Have Super Smash Brothers levels, characters, things like that. The online will be better on this console, so therefore you'll be able to do all that stuff. Like it's like you'll be able to play Smash Brothers online no problem without hiccups, and things like that, if they get everything working properly. But honestly, let's just say that in a perfect world, this console that we speak of is going to be exactly the way we say it is, and they keep the price at $250. It's gonna sell out. It's gonna sell out. It's gonna get everybody. And the fact that if it comes bundled with, let's say on top of that it comes bundled with the game, and that game is Zelda, the new Zelda, open world, or a Mario Galaxy 3, and then what if they did this as well? 3 colors, same hard drive. That would blow people's minds off. Like they had a red one, they had a green one, and a pink one, or something like that. Make it colorful, catch people's eyes, or interchangeable faceplates on an actual console, on a home console, and they sell the faceplates, more money. So therefore, they can, like, literally, they make it so that you can take something off of the Wii, off of the NX, and put in a new faceplate on it, and you can buy new faceplates every time. So if you're feeling Christmassy, get a Christmas theme one with Mario characters on it. Like Mario wearing a Santa hat, a Santa outfit, things like that. They can make it festive. They can do all this stuff, and it works.
Yeah, people love individuality.
Yeah, people love individuality. If you can make the Nintendo a fusion, but also still be your own individual, it'll be like you're adding Wii U and a fusion of everything else.
And then your personality.
Including your personality. You are your own person. The Miiverse. It will make Miiverse more personal. Because that. And then you're putting Miiverse on your cell phone and your tablet and your computer. So you can chat with all your friends at all times.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
I like that. I think with that optical drive Nintendo is talking about that you can buy, I think this would be a smart move for Nintendo. And Nintendo can take this as a loss. Just take it as a loss. You don't need to make profit off this. If you're talking about a bundle with the NX, I would say for that bundle that's going to be $500, add that optical drive in there.
Perfect.
Throw it in there.
Perfect.
And first thing, whoever wants the bundle, you get that optical drive. If you buy them separate, you can buy that optical drive if you want, $99.
There you go.
Take that loss. Take that loss on the optical hard drive. Take the loss. Take the loss. You're going to make that money back in the long run. Take that loss.
Mm-hmm. Like if they're selling Amiibo and all that stuff, they'll get that money even before that.
Yeah, so they got money coming in so many different ways to where it's like, will it really count as a loss? It would just count as a setback.
Yeah.
It will be a minor setback that will be quickly replenished, especially if they do the face plates and things like that. And then they're doing the subscription boxes. They're going to be people that are going to be Nintendo crazy everywhere. And on top of that, you're pushing your brand. Your brand is the most recognizable in video game history. Like,
Mhm.
market the shit out of it. Like, literally, do it. Like, literally, you just do it. Make Pikachu themed consoles. Make a Zelda themed console. Can you imagine they made one pure gold with a Triforce on it? Could you
Oh,
imagine if
Oh,
they made
yes.
a Mario one where it was like blue, brown, red, all, and it was like uniquely placed that it looked like it was Mario on it?
or make them themed. Like if somebody want a Peach one, if somebody want a Yoshi one, that way they could rep their favorite Nintendo
Hmm.
character or Luigi,
Exactly.
the underdogs. Just have it so it can be totally customizable.
And
Nintendo's
please,
just like
Nintendo
totally
can do this. Nintendo can do this NX in so many ways and be
hmm
successful. You know what I'm saying? And I was just sitting here thinking, like, okay, with that bundle, surprise the hell out of everybody and bundle a game, but don't make it Nintendo Land.
Yeah, make it.
Bundle Super Mario Galaxy 3. They put that in there and sell it with a bundle, man, that it will fly off the shelf. So many people want Super Mario Galaxy 3. And they thought we was
Mhm.
going to get it on the Wii U. I thought we was going to get it on the Wii U, a Galaxy 3. But if they can do that for the NX, make that game a day one launch with the console, and then maybe put it in the bundle, man.
Hmm. It would be crazy, and I know that that people are going to be thinking that we're saying this is crazy talk. All of this is crazy talk. Like, this is not going to happen. Like, this is
It may
Nintendo we're
not.
talking about. But look, at this point, as Game Explain always says, a Nintendo with their backs in the wall is a Nintendo force to be reckoned with. And honestly, I believe that. I believe that, look, of course, there's going to be some things that we're going to like. Maybe it's not going to have live stream features. Maybe it won't have the interchangeable plates. Maybe it won't have achievements. Maybe the Club Nintendo is something. There's always going to be something. It's not going to be the perfect console. But the
Right.
thing is that it's going to grab people. If they could at least consider it, it would be great.
it would
And they
just show
need,
that they're actually listening, that they actually,
yeah.
paying attention to what's going on.
Right, because to me personally, I don't feel like if their backs against the wall, I think they're literally in the corner in fear because they need to listen. They cannot afford to fuck up again. Because if they fuck up, they just need to count themselves out. Oh, they.
I mean, they have no choice but to listen to reasons because if Microsoft can listen to their fan base and change up the Xbox, from day one until now, they got a totally different Xbox. Then Nintendo can do the same thing, especially if they want to get back into the race.
Yeah.
Even if they're not competing, which they always say, you still want to be in that race.
Yeah.
Exactly. Just and please add a Ethernet port to your console because the
That would be
Wi-Fi is
great.
not really going to cut it unless you got the best Wi-Fi in the world. Even sometimes with the best Wi-Fi in the world, it's still. So please add a Ethernet port.
Now, one thing I will say with the live streaming though, don't be like fucking Sony's ass and doing certain cut scenes, you cut off the fucking live stream. What the fuck?
Yeah, I think
The
Twitch does
whole
that.
game. Let us pull it, everybody.
This portion is blocked.
Yeah, it always did that. Like, I was playing Batman, and everybody wanted to see the ending of what happens at the game, and then it blocked it, and because I wasn't streaming with the Elgato because I was having online issues, and they were like, "What the fuck?
Oh, I was so
Why?"
mad. I was so mad. I was like, what the? I was like, I hate it. So Nintendo, take a note and don't fucking do that shit. Please don't, because if you
But
do that shit to me while I'm fucking playing the game, I'm gonna cut somebody out.
Oh my god, but it would just be so cool if they could add like a little mini editing program that was as easy as Mario Maker. Like, seriously, make your custom overlays right there and stuff like that. And just, oh my god, add Nintendo noises to your videos. Like it said, it's me, Mario. Like little things, just little things like that can go a really long way. And I feel like people really need to take into consideration that. But I just really hope that Sony does it. I mean, Nintendo does it. I really hope Nintendo does it and really like gets their stuff together, because we really need them
Mhm.
to. We really need them to.
And somebody that worked at Nintendo is actually just so happened to be listening to this. You know what I'm saying? Get them some ideas, man, because Nintendo like really needs, because they just out of time. They just need to get back in time. Because if you how that saying going? If you don't, damn.
What was it? I
If you're
forgot.
not if you're not if you're not keeping up with time, time will catch up with you. Something like that.
Yeah.
Fast you buy, that's what it'll do.
So Nintendo got to get on the ball, and I really think that the NX can be successful if they do it right.
Hmm.
That's what it comes down to. That's that's
I
basically what it
don't
comes down
I
to.
don't think people will mind either that it's well, from what you was reading, Will, I think it said that it wasn't as powerful as the PlayStation, but it was up there with it in the Xbox
Let me
One.
see. Let me look at it. They said that these can change, by the time that the console comes out. So they may decide to make it just as strong. But it just says that it depends if the cost is still low. Because remember, they said that this information came out in March of 2015, and they added some June and some July. So this was talks back in. So we could be having a completely different console by the time October, like by the time that they announce it, it may be a completely new console. Maybe they decide that it's an actual console and they're not going to go the portable route at all. But
Right.
like we don't know. So the thing is that all this could change, and this is just a pipe dream. They're just making patents just in case, because they want to work with these just in case, because they didn't do that with the Wiimote and they got sued for it, but they won the court case. So because of the Bluetooth technology in it and that it was done before and things like that. So now it's like, so now Nintendo won that. So now Nintendo's just patenting everything that they can. So honestly, it's good. So here is what it says. It says the Wii U successor will not have an optical drive, which will be optional. It will sync with the portable, not not and it says, and that's not obligated. You don't need to do that. It just says it will sync with the portable. Specs won't be super high, but close to PS4, Xbox One, but doesn't know much. Like with the portable, this is still subject to change anyway. So that's what it even says that in the article. And it says cross games will look better on the home console. So I guess what they're trying to say is that if you have a game that is for the NX portable and you stream it, it's going to look better on the TV. Because remember, this console, they're doing it as an HD. It's going to be over 480p. 540 is what they said it's going to be. Unless if cost is cheaper, they're going to make it a 720 portable system. So portable games will be 720p. And if you stream that, or if there's a way that you can stream it in some sort of way where it's a cross-buy game, it will be 1080p on the console.
That's
That's
pretty cool.
awesome.
So that's a pretty cool thing if I'm reading that right. But it's crazy, and then all your content that ever worked on any other consoles that you bought will work on this, you know. So it's like it's crazy. It's crazy. So 2016 is going to be really exciting. I can't wait for 2016, to be honest, because I just want them to finally announce it already. I want them to put me out of my misery and just say, just tell me already, please. At least give us something, because you know what? I would love to see them say that that at E3. Let's say that at E3 they announce the games that are going to come out for the NX console. Like, let's say that at the portable, they announced the portable in March or April or something like that. They have a Nintendo Direct that announces it. But at E3, they come live onto the stage, live, after, like since 2012. The first time that they've ever been on stage in that while, and then they say we are announcing a brand new console. It is an actual console, not just a controller. It is an actual brand new console. This is the Nintendo Fusion. And then they start, then they kind of like go into details of what it is. Have a Nintendo Direct explaining it afterwards, just in case. So that way that you can focus more on the games. So they say there will be a Nintendo Direct right after this thing explaining everything that the Nintendo Fusion can do is in terms of hardware wise, like the OS and things like that, and then just explain that and then say, well, here's the games that you could be looking for. The NX, start it with Metroid Prime 4, end it with the Zelda Wii U, or end it with Zelda, and say, and show this badass trailer, show a boss battle, show explosions, show him flying in the sky, him diving under the water, show everything that you possibly can, and say how much a year 2 year difference makes.
Not CGI.
And don't show Nintendo's. Hopefully, and then they show this, and then they show Mario Galaxy in the middle, and then people will blow their minds. New Pokemon game, people will be like, "Oh my God!" Animal Crossing, F-Zero,
Yeah, I love me some Animal Crossing.
Then Nintendo would be like, Nintendo will have the best E3 ever, because not only did they show not one but two new consoles that they have games for, and that this is the price, this is what it is, this is when it's coming out, like. All these games are going to be launch titles, and be like, and then they showed the Direct afterwards. Right afterwards, they show the Direct, and then people go crazy, and then they have the Treehouse, and then they show all the new games, and on top of that, keep the tournaments coming. Have another Nintendo World. You will literally blow everybody's minds with this, because the attention will be all on you, and then Sony's gonna be like, "Wow, now Scalebound doesn't look that great to me no more." They'll be like, all my money's going on Nintendo. Announce new amiibo, announce faceplate changes, announce everything. Just go crazy. Like, make this the E3 that is your year. Like, do it. Do it. That's all I'm saying.
Just do it!
Just do it!
And you know what would be good for Nintendo too? To come out with a slogan, just like Sony did with "The Greatness Awaits."
Yeah, but we're still waiting for it.
Out a slogan appropriate.
Sorry.
I had one guy that was actually I was in the I was in PlayStation party chat, and I had a guy. He was like, "Dude, you don't." What he was like, "What type of games you play?" I was like, "Dude, I play them all. I play racing, puzzles, RPGs, fighters, shooters, you name it. I play it." He was like, "Oh, okay," because it sounds like you don't really play nothing. Because you said you waiting for greatness to wait. He was like, "I'm like, have it to you." He was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Look at the graphics." I said, "Graphics is not greatness, because I can go back in history and say every other console before this was greatness because of their graphics." Duh. He got mad at me because I said I'm still waiting on greatness, and he said it's here already. The graphics.
I'm like, that's depressing.
Graphics does not mean greatness. I'm sorry. They help.
Mm-mm.
Okay,
so
anything
crazy.
else to add?
No, I'm just excited as all hell, and I'm trying not to be, because I know that this is not that this may
not
not
confirmed.
happen. It's not confirmed. Nothing is set in stone, and it's just like I'm not trying to be that person that gets everybody excited, but it's just I can't help it. I just get excited about it because I really want Nintendo to succeed. Because like especially getting third-party supports and stuff. I mean, I still like Sony. I still like Xbox. I'm not just pro Nintendo here, but I'm just saying that like in the end, it's just like to having a really good competition. It's fantastic. And to be able to play with friends and stuff, and the fact that you can cross, like, Nintendo. Let me just add this one last thing. Nintendo is also trying to make this cross play. So, like literally, you could be playing a portable of a game, and I could be playing the actual on the console, and we can still play with each other. You know, kind of like how Vita did with PlayStation All-Stars Battle Royale. Me and Dre used to do it all the time. Well, I would be playing on my Vita, and he would be playing on his PS3, and we were still playing the game. You know? So if they could do that, that's cool. You know? It's like, there's just so many things that they can do that is so great. So many things. Imagine them announcing a Mario Kart 9. Like, my God, a wave race. Like, seriously, just anything they can announce at that point. And they really need to get back on the third-party support. If they can get the third-party support, and then you get like stuff like Mass Effect Andromeda in there, and then you get like I don't know, like like if they made like a new Soul Calibur for it, Tekken 7 comes out on it, things like that come out for it. You know, you literally got people that be like $250, and I get all the games that PS4 and Xbox got, and they're like $400, $500. I'm sold. I mean, like, I don't know. I don't know what else you can do to sell this console. I mean, it's just the only thing is that if none of this happens, I don't know what else they could do. I'm like completely at a loss at what they can do to make it sellable, because they need to make it revolutionary. Because Iwata said that they're focusing now on the hardcore gamer. It's not just about the casuals no more. But they're gonna have casual aspects, of course, to it. You know, it's just they're thinking of every turn. It's like they have all the puzzle pieces, but I guess realistically it can't happen. You know, but I don't know. I'm just hoping for the best.
Well, they're focusing on the hardcore gamer. Nintendo, listen to this podcast. Got 5 right here, so yeah.
Right.
So I'm like, yeah.
I guess on that note, we're gonna call it a night.
Alright. So Nintendo, remember this. Why don't you do this? Make this your slogan. Yeah. Game on Nintendo Fusion. Yeah. It could work, you know. It really could. It's like
kind of catchy. I can see
catchy.
that rap song.
Oh, man.
Nintendo NX. Yeah.
Let me see you hit the NX.
And then they have like the most wackiest commercials. They'd be like having the most wacky. He says, "Play." They says, "Play with us on the Nintendo." Yes.
Oh wow.
Hey, yo, what are you playing? Like, I could just see people like that. He says, "Yo, what are you playing?" He says, "I'm playing the new Nintendo Fusion," and then the guy's like, "Yeah." It could totally work. And he says, "Yeah, I'm gonna download a game right from my phone, and then it'll be ready when I get home." And be like, "Yes." He said, "Oh, I can do private chat with my friends." Yes. I could live stream. Yes.
Wow.
And then at the end they said, "Nintendo Fusion available for $249.99. Yeah! It could so work. Oh my god, it could totally work. Oh my god, we even got the marketing campaign for you, Nintendo.
Nintendo, watch this podcast. For real.
And it could totally work. Like they say, "Oh, we got the new Super Smash Bros. Coming out." Yes! And then literally, can you imagine like the memes that will come out of it? And
oh my
like,
goodness. Hey, that's that free publicity for you.
Exactly. There'll be free publicity everywhere. And then after that, like, I can imagine the actor that they hired, they're going to have like a whole bunch of pictures, and then they're going to be like, "Bye, Felicia." He's like, "Yes!" A picture of the actor's face. And can you also like imagine like at E3 trailers, they'd be like, "Can I get a yes?" You know, things like that. Like whenever they show Mario, like when they show like, okay, let's say that the slogan catches on. and stuff like that. And they announce a new game, and at the end of the new game, everybody's like, yes! Like it so works. But
Nintendo, I would like my royalties. Okay, take it out, in a check.
Oh my god. It would totally work, and then they could like totally like do this thing like what they're doing with Facebook with Mario Maker, where they try to make everybody do this. They have like pictures of the fans, and they have them like holding like the controller or like their favorite Nintendo character, and then they have like a thumbs up, and then underneath it has hashtag yes. Like it works. Like you could totally like literally just like say, like you could have a hashtag. It says Nintendo Fusion's coming out this hashtag yes. It works. It so works. Oh my god, it really does. And it'll be kind of like Marcus from the PS Vita, the kid that would play the PSP and would say all this stuff, but you just have a random person just like randomly saying yes, because you know how back then it was like we would like to play, It would so work. Oh my god, it would so work, and it would like annoy people. But it would be like people are like, "Why are you doing that?" It says, "Did you guys not see that Nintendo commercial? The guy's like, yes, in it." So people would like really like totally do it. It would, and it would work for every commercial.
So giddy.
They say Nintendo Fusion. Yes, it works. It's so simple. It's something to get. It's funny. It's memorable. It works. But I don't know. They'll probably get sued for that. But I don't know. But it would just totally work.
I won't sue them. Like I said, give me my royalty check. I'm good.
I don't know, but I mean, it would totally work. Oh, it would so work. Oh my god.
I would laugh my ass off.
But then again, will it get too annoying is the question.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like, so I don't know.
It's no different than we would like to play with you.
They should have had the slogan for Wii U says, "Play now. We would like to play on the Wii here." Or something.
I mean, when I first heard the word Wii, I'm like, come on now, like all kinds of dirty jokes came out of that.
Yeah, and the fact that your controller looked like something, and then you had to put a condom on it because people kept throwing it. Like there were so many sexual innuendos with the Nintendo Wii, it was ridiculous. But even that campaign worked, though. We would like to play. You get these random Japanese guys coming to your house and say, "We would like to play," and then they show you a controller. It was funny. It's like, play with what? What is this? Is this a dildo?
PlayStation and Sony and Microsoft. God dang.
Yay.
Oh man.
Oh my god.
All right, we are going to end the podcast because we've started to get silly.
Yes, we did.
Yes. Oh my god.
I'm sorry, Lee. I didn't.
Oh.
I don't know. I'm
All right. So we are.
Yes.
Stupid.
That one was a complete accident. I didn't mean to do that.
Go ahead and advertise yourself.
Hi, I am Will from TheWillOfGaming. Be sure to check everybody's channels out. I'm TheWillOfGaming. If you guys want to check out stuff, I do live streams and I don't even know what I do anymore, but I do. I'm trying. I'm trying new things, and hopefully, you enjoy what you see.
He platinum The Witcher.
I platinum The Witcher. Thank you.
And he has video proof.
Yes, I do.
Next, we have Games R Us HD. What up, Boogie?
What's up, y'all? This was a great podcast, Nintendo. If you're listening, please take these notes into consideration. Watch everybody's videos, YouTube channels down in the panel. What I do, I basically do gameplay, talk about topics, and I live stream from here and there. So be on the lookout for what I got coming up next, and that's it.
Awesome. Next, we have UHC 91.
Hey everyone, it's UAC91 here, aka Dre. It has been a fun podcast. I've enjoyed myself. I cannot wait to see what Nintendo does. If you are watching Nintendo, take notes. Give everybody the royalty check and a free portable slash home console engraved with our names on it. Make it gold. Okay, I like a little bit of black trim with mine. Thanks.
Hey, at least he know what he wants.
He knows what he
Tell
wants.
me what you want, what you really, really want.
So tell me what you want, what you really,
I
really
want
want.
Pizza Hut. I want Pizza Hut. I want Pizza Hut. I want a Pizza
Ah!
Oh, Lord. Last but not least, we have Dirty.
With the blue hair.
3.
Yeah.
What's up, people? What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Dirty. You can check me out at my channel, the Old Dirty 33, where I do unboxings for all 3 consoles. I do unboxing for Blu-ray movies. Talk a little bit about what's going on in the gaming industry and YouTube. And I just started my podcast called Dirty's Cast.
Yay! I'm going to have to check that out later. So, I guess that concludes this podcast. All around the world, Nintendo NX. No, Nintendo Fusion. Upload got better.
Yeah!
Oh my God, William.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to make it happen.
This has been your Nintendo cast of rumors and, well, possible rumors. Hey, we never know if this is going to come to pass or not.
No.
Not only that, we've also given our opinions and things of what we would like to see in the upcoming Nintendo NX, whether it's a home console or a handheld, fusion up the two. So yeah, leave your comments down below, and any other Nintendo news tidbits that you may hear or have heard or whatnot in reference to the NX. And yeah, let's keep this positivity going in gaming. Let's, hit with the little spark of enthusiasm and get people involved in the chat and get hyped for the next console Nintendo may have to offer. So yeah, on that note, I guess we are done. Oh, be sure to follow everyone's channel here on the panel. I will leave links down below. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for your continued support. There are a few people that watches every single podcast. You guys rock. You're awesome. We love you.
Yes, you guys are.
And yeah, to all the new people, be sure to subscribe to everyone. While you're here, hit that subscribe button as well. And you all take care and be safe.
Yes!